Gym owners, what's up? We're back. Kale Owen here with Ed Turney. We want to talk about something that we actually get asked. I get asked this a lot. I don't know about you.
Every day.
If you could start a gym over again, what would you do differently? All right. So today we want to hit on the 3 things that each of us would do differently inside of our facility if we went back to the beginning, or if we were going to start one from scratch today. Okay.
We don't know each other's answers, by the way.
No, we have no idea because they're both going to be probably very similar, but also there may be a few tweaks from it because we both ran different facilities. And this is really important because we get asked this because a lot of gym owners want to know, hey, what's the secret? What would you do differently? Because I want to be able to do that in my business, and I want to make sure that I learn from the ignorance tax that you have paid. And we have paid a lot of ignorance tax from the beginning. So much. It's ridiculous. The amount of money that we both have lost because we didn't do these things is insane. So let's talk about this. What's the number one thing? We can go one by one.
Go back and forth?
Yep. What's the number one thing?
The number one thing for me is price. I would have priced everything way higher. I mean, we recommend $49 a week as your standard group training. I would immediately go to double that, to be honest with you, because now that I know how to build great sales teams, like how to close higher, know how to structure deals, make irresistible offers, I would have always just priced, $99 a week would have been my absolute minimum price point for anyone to be in the gym. And then I would have very, very high tiers. So I would have literally doubled all the prices that I had right away from Jump Street, because I just know the power of price, right? Like nothing makes you more profit than having premium pricing. Literally nothing. Like it is the one thing that makes you the most money. Price is number one for me.
Okay. So mine is similar because it involves price, but I would have changed my training model. And my focus. My focus was primarily the large group with an ascension piece in a semi-private. I would have changed my entire model to be semi-private focused, and I would only use large group as a funnel, as an entry point to get people into semi-private, but I would not continue on with large group classes after a certain amount of time. For example, I would run free trials for 6-week challenges, and they would be large group, but I would use it as a funnel into our real program, which is semi-private, and that is all that we did moving forward. And that price point would obviously be higher. And that price point for me would be at $199 a week. I would price it there, and it's $199 a week. They get all the bells and whistles with the semi-private offer, but I use large group as an easy way to funnel people into that program and be able to offset my acquisition costs.
My second thing is, at the point when I had 2 facilities, I had 22 employees. I would not do that again. I would have 2 coaches only for one facility. I would do most of the selling, and they would do most of the fulfillment. And I would have those 2 coaches tied into the results of the business, right? There'd be profit sharing, it'd be tiered, so they would earn their way up. But I'd have 2 very committed full-time people that didn't do other things, that didn't also work at other gyms, and they're also in school. I'd have 2 fully committed people that had an interest in the success of the business. So a very tight-knit, like lean and mean team, because eventually we've recently gone through this with the thing that happened in 2020, which you don't talk about. People had to lean down. So we learned that you can run this business model way more leaner. I would start already lean.
Cool. So the second thing that I would do is I would focus my training model on a more hybrid approach. So the other piece is go online sooner. And so everything that we built in our gym was, again, at the time, it's booming, you're doing really well. We're bringing in 30, 50, 60, 70 people every single month. New members coming in, paying us $500 a month, and it's phenomenal, and you're growing, and you're like, this will never end. But we obviously saw that would end, and we were talking about it. Alex brought it up in 2019, where we took the industry by storm, talking about hybrid. If I could go back, I would have switched to that immediately and made that the priority of focusing on nutrition and accountability rather than the training. Even in a semi-private $199 a week model, I still would have put more focus on the hybrid approach, because that's ultimately what gets clients better results and what people want. So what that would have done for me is allow me to extend my marketplace to, instead of a radius of 7 miles from my facility, I could work anywhere. And so the people that were close to me, they could come in for semi-private. The people that were further away from me, I could still give them the same experience, still charge the same price, and get them incredible results, but I would just have moved online a lot sooner.
This is tough now, because I was going to say something similar.
You can go similar, it's fine. We don't know what we were talking about.
I want to be unique. Everything's a competition. Definitely supplements is going to be the answer, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a twist. So I would sell supplements to every person in the first week, no matter what, because I used to have a limiting belief around that, and then I broke through it, and there's another video about it. But I'd probably start doing what we recently launched with a couple of our top clients, is I would do VIP events. Just recently, we had a client sell $25,000 in supplements in one day to just 5 people by having a VIP event.
Insane.
And it's really crazy.
Insane.
Like they're gonna break all my records. All the records that I made, they're gonna shatter it with this one play.
Insane.
Because you can do it, I think, 3 times a year without any issues. And basically the play is, an off-site thing, whether it's an Airbnb, some of them are doing like a kayaking trip, a mountain retreat, a yoga retreat, like
An experience. You're
an
creating
experience, right? An experience that makes the bonds really tight. It's super exclusive. Only X number of people get to go, and you can charge super premium. So we did it with client buy the big subs package and get the thing for free. We could just sell the thing too, right? But like I would sell 2 to 3 times a year a big high ticket $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 experience, make it unforgettable, and then I would have this predictable revenue that whenever I wanted to, I can just turn the switch and make $30,000, $40,000 profit a couple times a year when I felt like it. So I would have a very, very high-end thing. I think we ran the math one time. 125 clients is $1 million a year with the right pricing and the right everything, right? Out of those 125, it's reasonable to get 7 to 10 to always buy this type of VIP exclusive event and be super high premium.
I love it. I love it. Number 3 would be the basics for me. This is just billing cycles. So billing cycles and limiting my members. I'm going to lump this into 2. This would be limiting my members to 3 times a week. Number 1 is like, that is it. You cannot come more than 3 times a week. That's actually would be the max. I wouldn't offer any unlimited, knowing what I know now. And I would have made sure that my billing cycles were set up from the very beginning every 28 days. And so I capitalized on that. And I truly believe with what I know now, I know we talk about this all the time, go in right now, build $1 million gym within 6 months. And we could go from scratch.
We do that.
Probably do it in 3. It would be a fun experiment, actually. It'd be a really fun experiment to go in and do that.
Maybe one day.
Those are the 3 things. So just in wrap up for me, 3 things is changing my model to focus on private model. The second piece is also attached to that is moving online sooner so that I could expand my radius and I wasn't just caught between one spot. It also would allow me to make sure that if anyone moved away, I would never lose a client because I could continue to fulfill exceptionally for them. And then the last piece would be just doing the basics, making sure my billing cycle was set up every 28 days and making sure that my clients were only coming in at max 3 times a week.
Premium pricing, lean and mean team, VIP special exclusive events to not just be a gym, but to be a insane coaching company. In the journey, I switched from I'm a gym owner to I have a coaching company, we have kickboxing, sessions.
Yes.
Like I made that adjustment. So I would go in coaching company first. That's the mission statement.
I love it. So if you were wondering the 3 things that we would do differently, those are the 3 things that we would do right now if we were going to start a gym from scratch or go back in time. Enjoy.
See ya.